Hectic. It's been a hectic day.
Stand by station 92.
Dad! I rolled my car again.
928, okay, 69.
One after another.
And they rolled.
Drivers along I-70 were deceived.
I'm right by the church in Watkins.
Deceived by roads that looked wet.
It's frozen over.
But were slick with ice.
I was fine until these stupid people were stopping in front of me, and then I couldn't stop.
17-year-old Amy Jordan and her sister were driving home to Bennett.
We rolled like 4 times, I think. I don't really know.
Both walked away.
Were you wearing your seatbelt?
Jesse Sims and other Bennett firefighters responded to 11 crashes in 3 hours.
It was one after another.
He says the people wearing seatbelts survived. A man who was not buckled up.
He was ejected out of the vehicle and the vehicle rolled over top of him and crushed him.
The Department of Corrections says there were no seatbelts for the inmates on this prison van. It rolled over near Lyman, closing I-70 for several hours. Colorado State Patrol says a corrections officer and inmate died. The other officer and 8 prisoners went to the hospital, some badly hurt.
It's extremely hard to stop on this kind of icy surface.
Bennett Fire Lieutenant Caleb Connor says people are driving too fast for the conditions.
There's a lot of ice, and we remind everybody just to be careful.
A family of 6 made it out of this totaled truck with bumps and bruises. All of them were buckled up.
Click that seatbelt. It'll save your life.
Enjoy. Have a great time. Thank you.
I would like them to be stopped.
We ready. We coming.
Are they letting them march?
How could you possibly get a negative from a positive? A bad tree cannot produce good fruit.
And they're just cresting the hill way down there. Looks like they're only going to disrupt one direction of traffic.
Laws are not being enforced today.
They said the gate was open, and I says it's not.
Either go to Como or up to Hoyt.
This is the main entrance of the state fair that you guys are allowing to be shut down.
I just want to go back home.
One politician said all lives matter and he's getting ridiculed for it.
I know. It's insane.
Who's telling you guys not to enforce the laws here today?
So you're not I really don't want you in the intersection, so if you want to go talk
But they
over
can be
there,
in the
let's
middle
go.
of the road. I can just stand in the middle of this road, right?
Go to a different gate.
Everything in Minneapolis has been pretty peaceful.
I think people have a right to their own opinion as long as they behave themselves and stay within the law. I feel perfectly safe.
They just decided to go ahead and block off an entire lane, an entire road. That's okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
That's breaking the law. That is breaking the law.
Black lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Tear down Babylon, black people are the law. We ready. We coming. We ready. We coming. Tear down Babylon, black people are the law. We ready. We coming.
It was almost time to sit down for dinner.
Things were nice, and it was raining, and Bob comes in the kitchen and he said, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "What?"
That's when the front door burst open and water started flooding in.
It was just roaring through.
The slope just outside Janie Lewis and Bob Elk's home simply gave way.
It took less than 10 minutes to make a 60-foot ravine.
They may have dodged the massive Carlton Complex wildfire this summer, but there was no escaping the mud and boulders that took direct aim on their house of 20 years.
The furniture was floating.
Just to the north, another mudslide wiped out part of Highway 20 and swept debris across a handful of properties. A construction crew worked to build a temporary bypass so traffic could get through. In all, the Washington Department of Transportation knows of at least 10 mudslides, 4 of which blocked roads, including Highway 153, which runs right in front of Janie and Bob's house.
This is just the worst I could ever think of.
As soon as neighbors heard about what happened, they rushed to the scene, buckets in hand.
I had no idea what I was walking into. This is the worst thing that my best friends have had to deal with. Yep, so it's a mess.
We've got the important stuff out. We have the artwork and the musical instruments out, so
Oh, did I get you in there?
wow, it was close.
Not to be outdone by what came down the hillside.
Look at all the people that showed up. Are we lucky?
Now, there's a torrent of help.
Well, it's awesome. It's why we live here.
On Rush Lake, there's no mistaking the dock, belonging to Jason Galvin.
A crisp flag in the breeze just rings freedom.
But this 4th of July weekend,
very patriotic.
Jason has taken his patriotism to new heights. That's the Eagle's Nest at which Jason glanced yesterday as he was making a run for bait. But then this caught his eye. A young bald eagle hanging upside down from a rope.
Right then I thought, man, that just doesn't look good.
Turns out others had been watching the eagle with concern too for more than 2 days.
That's when we decided that we really need to make some calls.
Jason's wife called everyone she could think of, from the fire department to the DNR.
It was kind of one of those things where what do we do? What can we do?
The eagle was just too high.
It's right up the road here.
He had jokingly said, well, we could try and shoot it down. I said, yep, that's what you're gonna do.
This is a Ruger 1022.
This might be a good time to show you this.
You knew what he was doing.
That's Jason on one of his 2 tours in Afghanistan.
He had told me that he was a veteran in the service and that he wouldn't do it if he couldn't do it safely.
Phil Mose gave the go.
Just held it like this.
And Jason started firing.
I saw him in the scope. He was looking at me.
I sat there with the binos. I was like, wow, he's an excellent shot.
150 times he fired.
It was slow, precise shots.
Jason cleared 3 branches.
Yeah, this is a pretty big branch.
Them gray stripes are from the bullets going through.
Then down into the soft underbrush came the eagle as Jason shot through the rope.
There was a lot of tears. It was breathtaking. It was a beautiful moment.
Jason kind of came to the rescue on it.
Officer Mose started the trip to the Raptor Center.
It rode in the front seat with me, and the whole time his head was up and he was alert.
4th of July, you know, that's our bird. I can't let it sit there.
Mission accomplished.
He fought for our freedom again yesterday.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Rush City.
Down on the 16th Street Mall.
This particular block and area of Denver is the cornerstone of Denver.
You'll find a place where anybody can be king.
Mostly during the day, there's a whole bunch of people playing chess.
And they're all talking about the kingdom.
I got laid off from a company I'd worked for several years due to downsizing.
We're beggars, and it hurts.
Be careful. Where we have now, where 20% of people are either out of work or only have part-time jobs.
If life was a game of chess.
Check. Oh!
Many of these people would be the pieces.
Damn it. I was lucky that was there.
Already taken off the game board.
Right now, it's very humiliating and very hard.
You got the unemployed economy without anything to do battle with.
The gap between the rich and the poor is growing ever wider.
But here,
it's the best peaceful war I know.
Even if it's for just a short time.
Yeah, I go there, you go there, I go there, you go there.
They are not the pawns, they are the masters.
When you see people come down here and play chess and they're on a common ground, and it shows how intellectual a lot of the people are.
There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of strategies, man.
You can't just sit there and look at those pieces and decide in 1 or 2 minutes how you're going to move.
Gotta take that.
If life was a game of chess.
If you're 11 moves ahead, you're a world champion.
They say someone's been making the wrong moves.
Ooh, bad move, dog. You should take that back.
They didn't just make those wrong moves on one game. They made it on several years of playing chess.
That when illegal aliens come to this country, a lot of times they work and work and work, and they send their money back to their country, and that's not cool.
You need me here, and instead, I'm unemployed.
And if you ask these knights by night,
we're running out of pieces.
The answer may be found right here.
Is you put everybody back to work, and then the economy's fine.
Maybe allowing more people down on the 16th Street Mall.
When I first came here, I made more money.
To declare,
check,
mate.
I can't front though. You got some skills though.
With photojournalist Kevin Sullivan.
I'll give it to you.
Nelson Garcia.
Who got next?
9 News.
I saw one take a puff off of a guy's pipe. You get some strange ones like that.
Got a bunch of babies, you got the big mammals out here.
Hi, girlfriend.
You'll see how humongous they are. That's why they're so big.
They're fat from us coming down here and feeding them.
Everybody is gonna die, look at me.
They eat cookies, peanuts, popcorn, it don't matter what it is, they'll eat it.
They've been eating these crackers.
There's a peanut store right around the corner.
They got every kind of nut there is, including a few that walk in and out of the store.
It's the way they roast them, the smell that they have, it'll attract anything.
There's a good possibility she put something in them, I just don't know what.
He likes those peanuts.
Maybe a little extra chocolate or something on them.
They eat some of the biggest squirrels I ever seen for a downtown area, Mobile.
So they all got their hands full now.
It's a very squirrely place. They're funny to watch them snack on it too, because they'll get that. And then they'll move. They'll run up the tree, and the thing is, they'll hang upside down and eat one. I don't know what that does for them. Some kind of a peanut rush, I guess.
There's some big fat ones out here.
When he puts his paws down, he's still got his food in his mouth. He's just making sure everything's cool.
I've never seen squirrels this friendly, ever in my life.
That's baby Fred over there going up the tree.
They get mad at each other, they'll chase each other off and around, fighting over the peanuts.
Oh yeah, they're hilarious to watch. I have seen them plop out of the trees because they think they can fly sometimes. They miss their branch and boop.
We just had a hawk catch one over here a while ago, and the hawk's getting taunted by one of them.
He's got his hiding spot. Do you see him inside that hole? I guess that's where he's storing his nuts for winter. I'm like his bodyguard. That's Charlie right there. Come on, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Talk to him.
You could almost pet this one. Here you go. Ow! Joker bit my finger.
Hi, guys.
If you want them to come to you, just get yourself a bag of peanuts and they'll come right up to you and take it out of your hand.
They've been fed so many years like that, they're just immune to people.
There you go. Come on.
This is Capital Squirrel of the city right here. Come on. Come on.
Hey guys, good morning.
Sunshine at Pier 57 on Seattle's Elliott Bay can be hit or miss. So when the Great Wheel opened up in the summer of 2012, the team behind it brought in a man-made mood brightener named Juan Solito.
Enjoy your visit.
His job is to greet and to seat.
You guys are in number 24, 25, number 26.
Every person that climbs on board.
Enjoy your ride.
And as this spinning attraction draws crowds,
Juan's
singing attraction
yesterday
entertains them.
He's a very, very funny dude. I've known him for quite a long time.
Am I smiling?
Yeah, do the smile. Yeah.
Every day's a holiday.
Now, that may be true in Juan's happy world, unless it's a slow day at the wheel.
I'm just a lonely boy.
But this day,
lonely and blue,
really and truly is.
You know who sang this song?
Calls for celebration.
With nothing to do.
Very energetic, lots of singing.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Sing it.
A holiday dedicated to love.
How you doing?
That, truth be told, is Juan's
Happy Valentine's Day.
second favorite special occasion.
It's 200 feet tall.
That happens to fall on February the 14th.
It's Ferris Wheel Day today, yeah.
Ferris Wheel Day, because it marks the moment when the ride's inventor was born.
The original guy, you know?
More than 150 years ago.
Watch your step, guys.
And had George Ferris never created this one-of-a-kind contraption,
weddings,
consider this.
Really fun.
Just how many sky-high proposals atop Ferris wheels all over the world might never have happened.
I was kind of leaning down to hug her, and then she said, "I love you," and she sat back up, and then she looked down and realized I was holding a ring out.
A lot of love!
Yes. Juan.
Yeah, I think so.
Has lost count.
Are you guys deeply in love?
I've been with you for 4 years, and I know that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?
You're so cute, yes.
And so it seems Valentine's Day and Ferris Wheel Day are the perfect match.
You're so cute. Come here.
Sunset. That usually brings people out.
Does it get really crowded?
The answer to that question, too, is yes.
And then it being the full moon, we get fired up. Yeah.
Nightfall will bring many more engagements.
Okay, you two.
He's a character. He's definitely, you can tell right away, super friendly, smile on his face, loves what he's doing.
likes meeting people.
But we had to ask.
All you have to do is stomp your feet. Of
this show-stopping, song-singing, mood-lifting, matchmaking, retired member of the military.
I was in the Air Force.
What about him?
It's Friday night, I ain't got nobody.
No Valentine for Juan.
¿Qué pasa? Bonjour, mademoiselle.
But take a look around the base of the Great Wheel, and you'll see what we did.
Meet your new friends.
He has all the love
I love the people here.
he'll ever need.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
In Seattle,
You're just too good to be true.
Heather Graff, King 5 News.
Bye-bye.
On homecoming night, the Northfield High School Raiders need all the luck they can get.
Flag on the play.
Just 2 wins for the season against a team with just 2 losses.
Bingley's off to the races. He's got a first down in Raider territory.
Fortunately for the Raiders,
Go Raiders! Come on! Go get him!
luck is on their side.
Come on now, guys!
Line.
Block now! Block!
Though luck is not the first word, most people would assign to Larry Safner.
Hopefully we can win.
Larry was born with one arm missing and another that guaranteed he faced his share of challenges. His leg, not that one, but the missing one is another story.
There's a lot of rumors of why he's actually in his wheelchair. I'm not really sure.
We'll get to that. But first, you need to see this.
Head down. Atta boy.
Larry Safner is a one-legged
No.
kicking coach.
I got confidence in my boys. Atta boy. Most of my muscles were in my legs because I used my legs a lot.
Larry, in the bibs, grew up with those powerful legs he used to walk onto his school field, determined to play football.
The only way I could get a uniform was if I could make a 50-yard field goal. Yeah, I got my uniform.
40 years later, on a walk with his dog past Northfield High,
ready? Okay.
he happened to share that very story
Attaboy, Foster!
with Bubba Sullivan,
Green 8! Hit!
coach
Put it up!
of the Raiders.
I said, well, if you ever want to come out and help us out, we'd love to have you. And it's been 20 years since.
No, you're getting under it.
Knowing all of that, from birth defects to kicker,
Got too far under it.
to coach,
He's probably the most positive person I've ever met.
knowing all of that, this seems like a good time for you to also know how Larry lost that leg.
I was out bear hunting. I got my bear on Saturday and got shot on Sunday.
Another hunter had mistaken Larry for a bear and shot.
The whole front of the leg was gone.
Just 36 at the time.
It took a big part of my life away from me.
Larry spent 6 weeks in the hospital, then went back to work and back to raising his family.
I got my speech, I got my hearing, I got my eyesight, and it's just one less thing I have to overcome.
Did you notice Larry didn't say one thing more to overcome?
One less thing.
Yeah.
He reasons a leg already missing
Who's going to be first?
can never cause him problems again.
We talk about having an attitude of gratitude, and we've got a living, breathing example of that.
A long time ago, people used to tell magical stories.
An example Larry also shares as an elementary school volunteer.
She can't climb up.
Must have been a dozen times he told us this.
I'm a pretty lucky guy. I'm pretty lucky.
Perhaps the reason at homecoming,
Love you, hon.
Oh yeah, love you too, Larry.
Larry and his kickers had a little luck to spare. Some men go through life without taking so much as a punch.
Doesn't this feel better than losing?
It is. It is.
Larry Safner took a licking.
Yeah, Sabi. Way to go. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you too, Larry.
And keeps on kicking.
Oh, he's got a leg on him, don't he?
Boyd Hooper, Carol 11 News.
Yeah, he's got a good leg on him.
Northfield.
I love them all.
When I left my house for a walk around Green Lake, I was definitely not thinking of revealing any personal secrets.
Think of a story.
Once in church, I pooped
Oh.
A story you know.
I like girls and guys.
And no one else knows.
I'm scared to death that I will not be a good enough dad for my 4 kids.
I talk a big game, but rarely do I deliver.
Now imagine taking that story.
I want to read this one.
And sharing it for all to see.
I crave love, but do everything in my power to ruin it.
This new board popping up at popular places in Seattle gives everyone the chance.
Some of them are.
To open up.
Wow.
Getting a little confession off your shoulders makes you feel pretty good.
Once you're done writing, you put your confession in the box.
I definitely don't want to be here when it's read.
And someone else posts your secret.
There's funny ones, there's really deep ones, there's really sad ones. I don't know whether to laugh or cry right now.
Like this one says, I'm terrified of getting old.
Oh my God, these are so sad. Who did this?
It's a creative concept sparked by a simple idea.
We just want to connect the world emotionally.
And it all started in this home near the University of Washington.
It reminds me of my days working back at the elementary school.
Every week, Samuel McDonald spent some time cutting confession cards.
My cutting skills are a little subpar at the moment.
McDonald and his friends are the brains behind this creation called Sondri.
The definition of it is the realization that each passerby and stranger has a life that's just as interesting and complex as your own.
Everybody has something on their chest.
So to prove their point, co-founder Anthony Jacob Bellis
It's a fantastic idea. I'm so glad we did this.
took a big board.
It does provide some healing.
And gave people a place to speak their mind.
I'm not afraid to die, but I'm afraid to live.
I don't think I'll ever be faithful to anyone.
I confess to not always practice what I preach and to not always accept myself the way I do other people. May we all experience peace.
This is a good one. I survived a few times the suicidal attempts in DV. Now I remind myself every day how beautiful it is to be alive. Oh, I like that one.
I'm scared I'm never going to be able to show someone all of myself.
That's a good one.
If we weren't doing this and Sondri wasn't available to people, a lot of those stories would go untold.
It brings people together.
Joanna Dodge was one of many who wasn't about to tell us what she wrote.
I don't want anyone to know.
But she still had a lot to say.
It's so freeing to take something that you never thought that you could tell anybody and actually tell everybody without anybody really knowing that it's you.
People need a place like this.
I can relate to this one. It's not mine, but I can relate.
I've hit 3 pedestrians with my car. Oops.
I'm 18 and have slept with over 50 people. I don't know if she's bragging or not.
There are several reasons thousands visit Green Lake every day.
It makes me feel good because I feel like I'm not alone.
My best friend is marrying someone I hate.
This usually is not one of them.
I slept with my girlfriend's mom. It's something that happens.
But boy, do these people have a story.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Worth sharing.
The fact that you could put it down there and then run away.
In Seattle. Alex Rozier.
Escape your confession is kind of nice.
King 5 News.
There's the pizza, there's fish, there's just everything you can imagine at this market.
There are people you meet in your lifetime.
Hi, how are you?
Conversations you have with them.
When you start typing, you start thinking.
That get you thinking about the world we live in and the things that matter. For William, it's words.
Words to collect, things to define, observations to try to put into words.
And let us try to put into words what we have here.
You can give me like 5 or 10 minutes, I'll have it for you.
That's okay, sounds good.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
It's a personal kind of gift.
I teared up. I'm tremendously touched.
Touched by his words.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, is to touch hearts. Occupying the mind.
A poem he wrote for Robin for her daughter Allie.
Seed of sun nourished on the fabric of heart, expanded in the love of the eternal mother.
Produced this moment.
That's you. Yeah. Thank you.
That's really it.
The poem is a form of archiving the moment. Every poem is about that moment. It's like a photograph.
Here you go.
Each moment changes and navigating the depth of the moment and space. Yeah, brother, I feel like words are floating around, you know, and I'm just kind of picking them out of the air and putting them down.
On paper,
Sounds like you got that one. Okay, this is what I got.
Amidst the heavenly background of irresistible sights and sounds.
I do love strings, you know, they like pull on my heart.
At the University District Farmers Market.
We are amidst a kingdom of vegetables, you know?
Who talks like that?
Let's walk the precipice of madness.
I guess poets do. William Curtis is a proud poet for hire.
You provide the topic and you pay what you want.
Like the sign says.
Your topic.
Your topic, your price. So you can pick a topic and pick a price.
It's pay what you will and what you can.
And they just type a poem out.
It's as simple as that.
Do you want a mushroom?
A mushroom.
I don't know, it would only be one.
What kind of mushroom? It better be a powerful mushroom.
A quality that stirs the imagination.
Poetry. Writing that formulates a concentrated...
Yes, poetry can stir your imagination.
A writer having great imaginative and expressive gifts
to create a specific emotional response.
Feed your soul.
Expressive gifts and progressing
or gives
special
a sense of
sensitivity
heightened
and
and more meaningful existence.
Poetry connects us.
That connection is special.
Reminds us of our humanity. And the things that matter.
Every human being, every soul has an intrinsic desire and need to express themselves.
To experience beauty. If we take the time to look around, look up once in a while. The beauty is within our grasp.
Would you like a poem?
And William Curtis is writing about it.
They have to be done in the framework of nature. Here in the Pacific Northwest, the elements are still very rich. There's a lot of clean water. There's a lot of really beautiful air. The mountains are alive. Grandfathers looking down upon us, imparting wisdom from the ages. That's what inspires me. That's what nourishes me. The sun never sets on language.
And so,
I've written thousands of poems on the street.
With his fellow poet and buddy at his side, William and Trick write poems, not for themselves.
They're pretty incredible.
But for others. Quickly.
Thank you. I'll have it for you in about 7 minutes.
Isn't that amazing?
If you can give me about 10 minutes or so, I'll work something out and then have it for you.
People seem to really get something out of it.
The typewriter is very visceral.
Obviously, it's a true passion for him to sit out in a busy area and just type away.
Sometimes they stand over like a hawk, demanding the words, and the sweat pours and the brow is wiped, and we do the best we can. Found along the channels of growth and space for evolution.
Akasha's doing his best
like
to brighten up his grandfather's day. $5 was the price he set for this gift of love.
I just wanted to give him a present about how he was important to me.
This is what I have: string, slide, and glamorous adventure of humble song. Philo, Splade, and pocket of Popeye.
This poet knows he's got a way with words.
The words have a way with me.
And he's got a way of digging deep, fast.
Speaks right to your heart, you know? Just beautiful words.
It's my favorite form of payment. Tears.
And the satisfaction of knowing that his poems are yours now.
The bear marks his present time in huckleberries and honey, but the sweetest of them all is the flower growing in the home.
Poems that allow you to tell the person you love just that. Robin's daughter Allie will read these words
The fabric
soon.
of art expanded in the love of the eternal mother. You said it so well.
He's a poet after all.
17 for you.
Grateful to be able to bring joy to others. Grateful he can work on his craft with every new customer he meets.
Thank you.
And with every new poem
Howdy.
he completes.
It's very special when an artist creates something for you.
It's magic. And I want to live in the magic.
John Sharifi, King 5 News.